30 this year. And according to Martha Stewart, there are 30 kitchen skills I should master before then. What better way to learn than a 30-part series we can do together? Here's part 12 of 30. All about cocktails, shaken or stirred, on the rocks or served neat, a highball or a Collins glass. These bartending basics will not only boost your confidence when ordering at the bar, but will ensure you can make a delicious drink right from home. MarthaStewart.com talks us through some of the basics, gives us a little history lesson on cocktails. Like, what exactly makes a cocktail? The simplest definition, a cocktail mixes several ingredients, one of which is alcoholic, into a complete drink. Cocktails can be simple with 2 to 3 ingredients, or as intricate as 6 or 7 ingredients. Define cocktails as having a spirit and a fruit juice, while others define it as sugar plus bitter and a spirit. And if a cocktail doesn't have any alcohol in it, well, then it's a mocktail. Okay, so what's the difference between a cocktail and a mixed drink then? While a cocktail is a type of mixed drink, not all mixed drinks are cocktails. This is really confusing because some people also think a mixed drink only contains alcohol. So like a gin and tonic. A cocktail would be like a gin and tonic and simple syrup. Regardless, cocktails all have the same building blocks. Typically, the base of the cocktail is one of the 6 spirits: vodka, gin, tequila, rum, whiskey, or brandy. This is typically your base. Modifier, or the body of the cocktail, works to enhance that base, holding the drink together. Modifiers include things like champagne, vermouth, cream, and juice. The final component of a cocktail is the perfume, which is typically added in the smallest amount. And it's something like a bitters, a liqueur, a fruit, a syrup, even coffee, which enhances the base. And before we can start drinking, Martha needs to make sure we know the history of the cocktail. It first appeared in print in 1803, where it was described as a stimulating liquor comprised of spirits of any kind with sugar, water, and bitters. The OG definition. Obviously, cocktails existed before 1803. They were probably under different names, most likely being fizzes, juleps, and slings. Harry Thomas, a bartender who worked across the US and Europe, wrote the first book of cocktail recipes in 1862 called How to Mix Drinks, or The Bartender's Guide. Since then, other bartenders have evolved the genre. Cocktails can be divided into groups by their base spirit, so vodka, gin, whiskey, tequila, brandy, rum, or they can be divided into the classic types that include the fizz, the sling, the margarita, the spritz, the highball, the daiquiri, the old-fashioned, the flip, the julep, the sidecar, and the martini. There are thousands and thousands of cocktail recipes, and constantly new cocktails are being invented. So Martha's advice to you is to pick one and become an expert in making it. I'm a martini girl, and it's fall, so go ahead and hit that follow, because up next we're making apple martinis. But you just completed part 12 of 30. I hope you learned something, and make sure to stick around because we have 18 more lessons to go. See you next time.